What's going on, people? What's going on? I'm back. It's day 3. Day 3 is a win. Day 3 means there are 2 days before it that I did something consistently. That excites me. One of the biggest fears I had for doing this live stream was that I wasn't going to be well enough. I wasn't going to be able to do it consistently. And who knows what's going to happen, and I'm just trusting that everything's going to be good. I'm just trusting that I'm going to be able to show up and do whatever it is I'm supposed to do in this time. Guys, welcome to Share the Live Stream. I have kind of gone back and forth with names, and I'll probably still keep going back and forth with names. It's been called Late Lunch so far. Yesterday, I was thinking Sharing with Company. I also thought of the name Good News and Company. I don't know. We'll see. Once I have some people logging into chat and logging on stream, I'll be able to take polls and be like, what do y'all want to call the show? It's your show. Let's do it. Let's figure it out together. But for right now, share the live stream. Sharing with Company, Late Lunch, Good News and Company. All of the above. Let's just say that. But I'm excited to be back here with you guys. It is Wednesday, March 17th. It's St. Patrick's Day, guys. St. Patrick's. I didn't have the share shirt in green. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should get green. I don't think so, but St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today I want to do something a little bit different, a little bit different than the last 2 days. So we don't really have any norms. But I wanted to do something. I wanted to kind of go through some of the history. And you know what? And queue up a video of some did you know stuff about St. Patrick's Day and like what St. Patrick's Day is all about. Right now we're jamming to Ambient Gold on the Spotify playlist. Let me tell you what Spotify playlist it is. It is on lo-fi hip-hop, copyright free. What that means is that it's not going to get pinged or flagged by Facebook so that I can play music on stream and then it won't get yanked off. The whole stream won't get yanked off because I played a song. I would love to. And one day the goal, honestly, I think one of the only reasons why I want to build like the community to a certain level is so that I can actually like play songs that I like. I think it adds a different part of me. My word for the year is remember. And a big part of remembering for me is music. I used to be a lot more into music, a lot more diverse with my music. And, I'm completely fine with the way my music has gone and the way that my music selection has gone and what I have done with, I really dove into praise and worship in the last few years. And it has been incredible. And it was something I just didn't know very much of or know very well. So I'm really happy to kind of expand my horizons that way a bit. Let me kill some of these Wi-Fi things here. I don't know if I can do it for my phone and still play music. Let's see. Killing Wi-Fi. So we can try to get the best possible connection. So the conundrum is that I don't have a desktop. I don't have a desktop right now, and I need one to stream. It's very clear. I need one to be hardwired. I've got all the ports used on my laptop, and we're going with what we can go with right now, but it's probably going to be a little bit choppy, and I do not like that. I don't like things that are distractions to actually being in connection and stuff like that. So one of the goals is to raise the money for the computer. I started actually on Monday with 2 goals. The 2 goals were raise money for a computer. I'm having a custom build, probably a $3,000, $4,000 machine built by a friend of mine. It's probably only going to cost around $2,000 with the accessories and stuff I need to get with it, which is huge blessing already in and of itself. But I need to raise those funds, right? And so that was one of them. And then the other one was to try to figure out how to come up with the $700 a month that I have to pay for insurance. long story short, as some of you may know, I will get off stream today. I may wince every once in a while, even on stream, like right now as I move. But I had knee surgery that kind of went haywire 4 months ago, and yeah, it's just been a nightmare, a straight up nightmare. Couldn't even explain it. Couldn't even tell you about all the details and how much it's been. But it's anything. It's all I can do right now to even sit up for a few like minutes at a time. To sit in the chairs is painful. Yada yada. I go lay down after I sit up and do a live stream. It's that painful and exhausting on my body. But all that being said, I had to switch my insurance to private insurance, and $700 a month is crazy. And I got to do something. And you know what? This is one of the things that I can do. I can provide some space for some people to get some good news, to be maybe at some point entertained, hoping to build a community. Because I'm doing I'm doing something that I need. I know that this ministry is something that I need. I know sharing our blessings and our bruises is something that I need to do. It's been so restorative and so healthy for me to do and to work through. It's helped me be able to connect with people better, and I thought I was pretty good at it before. And so I'm creating a ministry that is just space to share, and that's the reason why it's named Share. You can see it on t-shirt. I gotta do that. So share. That's it. That's what we do. That's the goal. The goal is to facilitate sharing. I think version 1 is kind of one-on-one, like actually having set up and creating for 2 people to share, connect. We're trying to fight off the spirits of loneliness that have been created in this world, the spirits of disconnection that have been kind of like cultivated in this world. And we're trying to be together. Now, speaking of which, one of the things that I've noticed about, I have been into streaming. I've been watching a lot of gamers stream. I've been, kind of dreaming of streaming myself one day, but I'm so terrible at gaming that it's just like, I'm like, but I know there's something here. I couldn't figure it out until the other day. Why I've been so enamored with streaming, with like this. First of all, there's a consistency that's just amazing, right? If you just know the person that you like to talk to, like to hear from, like to watch gaming is on regularly, then that like gives you something to look forward to. And what I've just noticed is so many people are watching streamers for the games that they play, and that's super great, super entertaining. It's never the same twice. But I've also noticed that it's like, hey, I think that there's just some more there. I think that we can build a community. We can kind of build this ministry, community, nonprofit business thing together on this model of how streamers kind of create a community. And one of the ways that they do that is from on Discord. And Discord is a games kind of app, but it's not flooded with gamer stuff. It's just a platform that gamers have kind of created a good community on. And so that's what we're doing. And so I'm going to show you guys what that looks like right now. And I'm going to show you what Discord looks like and just give you a quick little explanation of it so that you can kind of wrap your brain around why should I join this Discord, Joel? So right here, you can kind of say, this is share. I'm calling it share the community because I really do feel like this is the beginning of something special. And it's just a channel. If you use Slack for your business, if you use Slack for communication internally in your business, you can kind of understand this a little bit faster. This is Slack for community. So for strangers, Slack for strangers. So how do you have Slack is an internal thing? You have to be invited to it. You can use it within your network, and it's for communication of like within your kind of confines of your business. But this is like a public forum, public like Slack channel basically. And in it, you see general. So like I've done some stuff. Like I welcomed my friend Colby to it yesterday. I've kind of put some stuff in here. Hey, this is JDB. Let's get this Discord popping. But just random stuff that I've said over the course of the time. This is you know, this is the flyer that I did yesterday, just talking about the live stream. Share the live stream, sharing with company. You know, I don't know how get the way I've always by the way, I've been like kind of working on some of the things for this for years. Like I've had this share tattoo for, you know, I don't know, 10 years. It's not this is not an unfamiliar territory with some of the dorkiness that comes out of me in this space. But sharing with company the way that we read shares, kind of like with the whole word and then ing. We have to share is where you find us on Facebook, and then you can watch us on YouTube. Hopefully you're watching us on one of those right now, but there's 0 followers right now, which is fine. I know it's going to build. But we're live every Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Central Time. But then there's a place for topics. If you have an idea for a topic for a show, hey, drop a topic in there. If you need a little bit of encouragement and you just need to read through some good words, we're going to have scriptures and encouragement section. Prayer requests, we have a place to drop prayer requests in here. I got to do that. I got to drop a couple in there. I got some friends going through some stuff. Serving opportunities. This one might take a little bit longer because as the world opens up, we have to build that up. But we got praise reports. I got a big one in here, right now. That is, like I said, on Monday, the goal was to raise money for computer and insurance premium. And the insurance premium got covered on Tuesday. Like crazy. And it was because of prayer request, and then it was submitted, and then it happened, and it really actually happened. And that's the thing that's been really crazy and really inspiring, encouraging about it. This is why I say that this is something that I need as much as it's something I think that at least one other person might need. Just a place for some encouragement. So the point is I'm going to drop the Discord server link in the bio or in our comment section. It's in the captions already. But if you would just join the Discord, it's just going to be a place for good news. Here's the thing. You can mute it just like you can with like GroupMe or whatever it is, but it's just a place for good news. Honestly, it's a place for good news and community. That's it. Good news and community. Two things that I just want to be focused on as we grow. And speaking of good news and community, the thing that I want to talk to today, I want to talk a little bit about this idea that about caretaking, taking care of other people. A friend of mine sent me something on Instagram, which I will share, and I will show you exactly like kind of what that message was, and I want to share. What window am I going to share? Screen 2. I'm going to minimize the Discord. She sent me this meme or GIF or whatever, and when she did it, she said, "Is this something that you experience?" And and I wanted to just kind of like talk through some of the ways that conversation went, because I felt like it was a really good conversation starter. Now, I want to shout out also one thing about share. Here's one thing that I want to make sure is kind of at the bedrock, in the bedrock of this thing we're doing. Like, we really don't want to we want to share. We want to talk about other people that are doing good things. We don't think we have it all figured out. I don't think I have it all figured out. We want to shout out other people that say good things. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Jason O. Wilson posted, "Some days all you need to do for your mental health, for yourself and mental health, is take a morning walk. So take it." Simple concept, but the caption was a little bit more of an explanation, and I thought it was a good caption. And it looks like I'm looking away, so I can't really look this way and read because my computer's here, but when I'm on stream, anyways. When you work as hard as I do, and that work is centered around helping people and helping others, you will experience compassion fatigue, a condition which is characterized by emotional and physical exhaustion, often described as the negative cost of caring. Unfortunately, community servants and caregivers are often too strong to recognize the toll their minds and bodies have taken until they break down. So if you know someone who's a community servant and a caregiver, please check in on them. Many days they want to give up, but they keep going because of the love they have for you. And I loved the post. I loved the explanation. I loved it. And when my friend sent it to me, it felt good for two reasons. It felt affirming to me. And the reason why it felt affirming to me is because I can tell you that this has been me. And this might be me again as this thing starts and grows and moves forward, and whatever it is that God does, I'm expectant because I was asked to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I was kind of led to this. I've been led here. I didn't get here by myself. Definitely wouldn't have chosen the path that I've been on. But as I am here, as I'm in a place, and I'm postured. My heart posture is, if there's anybody that comes to my mind, I send them a message. If there's anyone that reaches out, I try to reach back. I try to listen to what God tells me to do. Now, the difference between that, and the reason why I say that it was affirming to me, is because I feel like this used to be me all day, every day. And so then I started thinking about the fact that, first of all, this is real. This is a real thing. If there's a person that's in your life that's a caretaker, maybe you're the caretaker. Maybe you're the mom, the dad, the teacher, it doesn't even, you could just be the person in your relationship that has been through more things and has a little bit more to offer to the relationship. There's so many different ways that this can manifest itself, but often it happens in ministry, happens in caretaking, happens in this world and this massive industry that's kind of popped off, but that is centered around taking care of other people. And I've watched a lot of people in this, whether it's profession or world, burn out. I think I've burnt out. I hadn't been quite in this profession yet, or this world yet. I was burning out because this is who I was when I was a nightclub GM. And when I was a nightclub GM, it was my job. My only job, I felt like, on earth was to take care of the people around me. And there were times that it even affected my obedience. I remember I had a call to leave the nightclub that I was running a year before I actually ended up leaving. And what happened was, and I remember this back and forth that I kind of had with, it was like clear that the guy was like, okay, I'm here. And I know it was also weird enough that I had been there for so long. I had been in nightclubs, in service industry for so long. It was weird to other people. It wasn't weird to me because it felt like it was what I was supposed to be doing. And it was very clearly confirmed multiple times. But then I heard, all right, you're done. And it's time for me to move you on to different things. And I want to say bigger, but the only reason why I mean bigger is because my wrestling in the moment was that I was the nightclub GM for 40 or 50 people. Like 40 or 50 people counted on me to like be where I was and do what I did and have the meetings and do the things and cut the checks and be the guy. And I was shouldering the weight of 40 or 50 people in that time. And it was the responsibility of being a caretaker for all these people. And I think that's normal. I think that's natural. I think where it got unhealthy to me is when I started thinking that I was the one that was doing it, and it wasn't that God was actually providing for us. Now, don't let me get it twisted. It's really easy in nightclub industry to forget who's actually still in charge, because man, you become, I was like a king in nightclub industry. I was good at what I did. I cared about what I did. I cared about the people that I worked with, that I took care of, that I served. I cared so much about my team. Anybody in the world can tell you that. Anybody in the world can tell you that I was a person that just really cared about my people. and I really, really, really tried to serve my people well. And it burnt me out. And you know why it burnt me out? And this is my response to my friend when she said, "Do you experience this?" My response to my friend was, I think it happens to me when I have so much going on, when I have so much like on my own plate. And because when I have so much on my own plate, I don't I don't know what it's been about well, I've done a lot of work around this, by the way, in therapy and such. But I used to really rely on myself to kind of fix it. I was a fixer. And I can fix things for everyone else. And I used to always say, like, I just need one person. I just need one person to take care of me. I'll take care of everybody else. And I think that, when I have things happening to me, it throws me off of the balance that I have for being a conduit for other people. And I say conduit because I think that in the past I've saved a lot of people. That's not even real, but I was the fixer. Like in the past, it was, if you were to, like I've talked about in another show, you timeline your life. If you timeline your life, you can start to figure out a whole lot of things about why you are the way you are, or why, where things came from, right? And one of the things that I remember happening back when I was young was that there's multiple things that were happening that were programming me to be a person that helped, that fixed, that solved, that identified someone that needed something, and I can say it as vaguely as that, and then step in, fill that gap. It became part of my work ethic as a nightclub GM. We're going to fill the gap, find the thing in the market that no one has, and we're going to help fix it. And we're going to help even in my business ethic, it shone through. The unhealthy part, I think, came when it was that I thought I was the one that had to do it. And let me explain the journey that I've had to take in the last probably 5 years to realize that it wasn't me. There's nothing about me. There's nothing about me that wasn't put there by God. Period. There's nothing there's I even think that the struggles that I have, they're not from him, but the struggles that I've had, he's allowed to have. He's allowed me to go through them so that I would figure out that ultimately he was in control or in charge of the way it got fixed. And it was my submission where my power really lied. And so when I say that it's an affirming thing to read, sometimes all you can do, because I used to not be this way, and I used to not go for the walk, or not disconnect, or not cancel the meeting. If I'm a person that's like, oh, someone expects me to be there. But if I was sideways, I'd just pummel through it. And there are some good things that happen from that, and there are some bad things that have happened from that. And so it was affirming there, but it was also very, very, very confirming that there's a lot of people in the world that have this balance issue to work through. This issue with caring for other people and making sure that you're caring for yourself. And again, it's still something that I struggle with. It's still something that I need to do significantly better on. But at least my eyes are pointed in a direction that says that, I've heard the message enough times: put your oxygen mask on first before you put your kids on. Because if you pass out, your kid is goner. You got to make sure that you take care of yourself so you can take care of the ones around you. And it is a hard thing to do, because it seems, especially sometimes in Christianity, it feels like a counterintuitive thing. It feels like, no, we're supposed to take care of everybody else. And you know what? I think that argument is valid to a certain degree. I do think that if here's the thing: if you are relying on, this is what I'll say. Here's the caveat to that statement. If you're actually relying on God to solve the problems, and you're just the vessel, or you're just tool, or you're just the caveat, or you're just the funnel, or the whatever, then I think that gets good heavy. It can still get hard. It could still be weighty. You know what I'm saying? To walk with people through their stuff, especially if you care about them. You're bound to get, you're bound to pull some of that emotion onto yourself. The healthy part is, the healthier part is to make sure that through that you're not saviorizing yourself, that you are submitting to the fact that there's someone that's bigger than you, better than you, better equipped than you, while you can stay engaged and stay tactically involved. Again, I want to make sure that I go back and say, this is not something that I'm always good at. You know, my friend Christy's told me 100 times the word boundary. We've had this argument about boundaries, and I'm like, boundaries? Show me boundaries in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't know if I can find them. But what I think boundaries mean more than anything now is, if you are not strong enough spiritually, emotionally, mentally, in the space of wisdom, if there's not fortitude in your heart, if there is not a certain level of fortitude, because impenetrability is impossible. But if you're not built yourself, if you're not worked on building yourself and getting yourself strong enough to be able to, there's no way you could step into it with anybody else. There's no way that you would know what was unhealthy coming out of a relationship if you have not built yourself to be spiritually sound, you know? If you have not taken your knowledge and tried to convert it to wisdom, applied life experience to the knowledge that you have to convert it to wisdom, you know? And so there's a fortitude. So maybe it's different words, but for me, all the boundaries that I need, all the work I need to do isn't around other people. You know what I'm saying? It's in me. And I think the conversation, which I don't think either one is right or wrong. I don't think boundaries or no boundaries are right and wrong. I think that what it is when you're dealing with people on a regular basis, you have to teach them how to make the space for themselves. That's make the space for yourself. You deserve that space. You deserve that space. I think that, it's like, chicken or the egg, or outside working in or inside working out, or whatever it is. But I think that healthy boundaries come from being like spiritually fortified, right? And being, and I almost said being selfish, and I hate the word being selfish. And I have tried not to be selfish for my whole life. Literally tried not to my own dismay, to my own injury. I have tried not to be selfish. That's a true story. I have done this. I have expended everything that I had for other people and been left on the side of the road, hurt. And I don't regret it, even a little bit. I don't regret anything that I've ever gone through. I don't regret one sacrifice I've made for anybody ever. On the other, and I don't think that sacrifices need to be stopped. I think what needs to happen is we need to make sure that we're doing a better job of, building ourselves up, and then building ourselves up in small communities, and then a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, and start to become the full body that we're supposed to be. But the first step is to connect to other people. The first step is to figure out who it is around you, or find a space, find a place. And this is what I want. This is what I want to create. The space where people can come and share and say, here's the things that I'm like, here's what I'm bad at. Can someone help me? Can someone tell me what they did? Can someone kind of maybe step into this place with me? Or here's how my heart's broken. or here's how lonely I am, or here's what I need. One of the hardest things that I've had to do, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do is when someone says, "What do you need?" It's still impossible. It's still hard for me to say. It's still like gives me complete like anxiety to even say, to throw my Cash App somewhere, or my Zelle or Quick Pay or whatever, or Venmo or whatever. It freaks me out. But when, because the question of what do you need, for me, somehow reveals some sort of inadequacy. And that's not from God. That's not from God. You will never ever get that message from God. You'll never ever, God will never say the place where you don't have is the place where you are lacking or fall short or are less than. You know what God will do? God will say, just give that part to me. Just give that part to me. You don't have it? Give it to me. Trust me. Let me step into that brokenness. Let me step into that place where you're weak. Let me be strong. And that is a hard thing. That is a really hard thing. Something I'm still struggling with. But that's a real thing. And I think that it's a really real thing for people in the world right now that are walking with each other, or trying to walk with each other and take care of each other. And there's so many of us that almost feel trapped by the way we have to caretake for others. And here's unfortunately what I've realized. What I've realized is that a lot of that trap I built. I built it. I built the trap. A lot of times, or someone brought me a wall of the trap, or some bars. I was like, oh yeah, let's put them right here. You know, like oh yeah, let me see, let me take your walls of the trap, and then next thing you know, I'm trapped. But I'm like, I'm responsible for it. I'm partly responsible for the fact that I've kind of stepped into this place where I stopped relying on God. I started relying on me. I started relying on being the one that says, yeah, it's going to be me that fixes it, or doing it so many times. And this is the difference. This is the difference. This is what I told my friend. I said, yeah, I think I have been that person a lot. I think I have been that person before. Right now, though, it feels more like being a channel, being a oh, over there. No, yo, we'll go together. Let's go together. But I have an idea. I have an idea because I've seen things. I've gone through some things. Oh, you know what? Depression? What? Heck yeah, you're talking my language. Yeah, you struggle with it? Yeah, me too. Totally. Here are the things that I learned. I know about, here's what I know I need to do when I'm feeling that way. You can do that if you want. We could do it together. I could show you. Here's a resource. Here's a therapist. Here's something that I've learned in my time. But I'm not going to be able to be the one. And I don't even have to go and say it. That's the beauty of it. When you're like really in stride, I think, with the Holy Spirit and what God wants you to do, and when you're pointing people to Him versus shouldering it on you, at some point it's not a disconnect between, like, you're not pissing people off. You're still with them. You're probably with them better than ever. But it's that feed a person for a day, or teach them to fish. Give them a fish and they eat for a day. Teach them to fish and they eat for a lifetime. Like that's because you've equipped someone with the tools that they need. You know what I'm saying? And that's it takes effort. It takes a sacrifice of your time, but it is a better return on investment to lead people towards. And when I say lead people towards, I mean serve people towards. I mean say, hey, let's go do this thing together. I've learned this. I learned some things, and I want to show you what I've learned. And it's not me I'm not gonna solve it. I'm gonna show you a tool that I got. And it may or may not be good. It may or may not be what they want to hear. and there's a part of you that just has to be like, okay, but your role in people's lives is not to solve it for them. It's no one's job to solve it. The thing that I can tell you that I crave the most is mentorship. I don't crave a person that can tell me what I need to do. I crave a person that can be like, hey, that's a good idea, or I've never thought of that, or I don't know about that, bruh. That's what I crave. I crave someone that'll do it with, that'll be part of it, not say, oh, that was a oh yeah, oh yeah, Discord, you could do Discord, but this would be better. Like, no, man, like someone that can like, and so from a mentorship standpoint, that's what I crave. I crave someone that can speak into my life honestly. I crave someone that can help like encourage a discouraged person, because I'm a discouraged person a lot. Part of the reason why I need to do this is because I want to wrestle with being discouraged. I want to see 0 people watching it right now and being like, so what? And I kind of am. I know I am 100%, not kinda. I don't care if anybody's watching right now. This is as much for me as it is for one person. So I just need one person to watch. That's it. That's a very low bar. I just need to be able to, I just feel like that, because you know what happens? You know what that means to me? I'm a numbers guy. If something that I say, if a 1-minute message that I did or whatever it is, if it stuck and it planted a seed in one person's head, then the pain, the trauma, the excitement, the joy that I have experienced has now doubled, is gone 200-fold, 200%, not 200-fold, 200%. And that is a great number to me. That is a great, great number to me. So I also have a lot of confidence around it. Talk to me on day 20. If there's still 0 people tuned in, hey, you know what? It's going to be what it is, but I'll still be doing it. God told me that I have to do this for like a year. Yeah, this is what I got to do for like a year. So we're gonna do it for a year, and we're gonna see what happens. And right now, March 17th, 2021, St. Patrick's Day. I guess nobody watching live. Totally fine. But they are coming. I know it. And you know what I want to do now? I want to tell you about what St. Patrick's Day is all about. I saw a really good video. I want to start it right about. Wait a second. When I did that, did something happen? Oh no. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start it right about now. But this is actually what what St. Patrick's Day is and means, just in case you didn't know. All right, this is kind of I know we just went deep. Sorry, I didn't even expect to say any of that. That's the reason why I gotta share, because I just got stuff built inside of me that I don't even know. But and hopefully this doesn't get the whole stream banned. But this is History Channel. Bet you didn't know history on St. Patrick's Day. Let's watch it together. Let's see if oh no, I don't know if the sound's gonna come through. Let's see. Unmuted. Play. What? Kidnap? Hello. Hello. Oh no. All right. It looks as if the sound's not coming through. I'm sorry that it took me a minute to figure that out. But yeah, for the last minute or so, you haven't heard anything. I thought you were getting the great history of St. Patrick's Day. What I'll do is, since that was a failure, which is fine, whatever. I don't like it, but it'll be fine. We will try to. We're gonna put it in our we're gonna put in our Discord chat the whole thing. We're gonna put the video in our Discord chat. And so what we shall do is, that's a good thing about Discord. See, that's why you have to have Discord. There's a video that we're gonna put into the Discord about St. Patrick's Day, which you may or may not even know. There I am. It's so weird. It's so weird having a vision for something. You know what I'm saying? Like getting, and then like doing it. And it's so weird because today actually had I had nerves. I was nervous. I was like, I got butterflies, and I haven't had butterflies. It's so healthy, gosh. It's so healthy. Oh my gosh, I have to lay down. It's so healthy to have butterflies around something and to be nervous to do something. Oh man, it's so healthy. And the reason why I say that is because I used to have butterflies every single time before I opened my nightclub. Like, no joke. No joke. I know it sounds like a crazy thing, like, oh yeah, you were nervous to open like a nightclub. But yo, I was nervous to open my night every night because there's so many different reasons. Like I wanted us to be safe. I wanted us to have fun. I always wanted, it's a weird thing, but I always wanted people to walk into a place that felt like changed them a little bit. Like I always wanted people to walk into it to be changed somehow, or to be different, a little bit different after they left. So it was always like, it's always been something that I've cared about. I wanted someone to be more encouraged if they walked in, and you know what I'll tell you. You know what the one thing I think is really interesting about churches and nightclubs? They are so similar. So similar. So similar. Everybody walks into a church or a nightclub or a bar in one of two places: beat the F up or soaring. Like, seriously, either life had just done the most, or to you, and you're like at the bottom and you just are desperate for Jameson or Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally desperate for Jameson or Jesus. Like Jameson is Irish whiskey, by the way. It's St. Patrick's Day, so we're gonna say Jameson. I'm glad I said Jameson. Could have said anything else. Bushmills, Grey Goose, whatever. All the other things in the world that I've consumed and or sold. But you're looking for Jameson or Jesus. You know what I'm saying? When you walk in to a club, it's like you're looking to be seen. Everybody just wants to be seen. You're looking to be like acknowledged. There's an anxiety when you walk up to a front door. I was different about the way I ran front doors in a lot of different ways than other proprietors in Chicago. This is totally a subject for another show, but I don't care. I'm going with it. But like it was that whole idea of being seen. Like, did you get were you recognized? Does someone know who you are? Does someone recognize who you are? As busy as the world is that you step into, does someone say, "Hey, you good? What up? What up, David Blau? What up?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my boy. Everybody wants that, man. Everybody needs that. Not just wants it, everybody needs it. Everybody needs to be seen. Everybody needs to be recognized and identified as like a child of God, a king, a prince, a princess, royalty in the family. Everybody needs that, you know? And when you go to church, it's the same thing. You want to be seen. Now, here's the thing. Both environments have the people that just don't want to be seen, that limp in there, that limp into that place, searching for something to make themselves whole, searching for something to make them feel better, to make them feel not alone. You know what? I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to go live on to share right now about this because I think that this is, I don't know, it's probably going to totally screw my internet up. Nope, Kenny Burns. I'm going to go live, not just you. Live. And let's do it. Checking connection. May or may not be good because I'm on. But so right now, what's happening is I'm in the middle of a kind of a thought. I'm in the middle of a thought, and I didn't just want to share it on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm in the middle of my daily stream. Starts at 1:30, goes till whenever. And the daily stream essentially says, you know what else? I'm going to take it a step further too. I'm going to go live on my personal Facebook too. Personal Instagram too. You're nuts. What are you doing? Just doing whatever you want. Yep, that's exactly it. I'm doing whatever it is I feel like doing. That's me right there. It says no internet connection because I took your Wi-Fi on it earlier. We're going to hit plus and we're going to hit continue. And we're going to allow access. I don't know why I'm getting all that. And then we're going to restart Instagram for some reason. But guys, we're in the middle of something, you know, and as I was stumbling through it, what I was realizing is that it is a message not just for this particular podcast, because what I'm doing right now, oof, this angle shows how fat I am. Oh man, oh whatever, whatever. Just do it. You haven't. Anyways, we're gonna go live. Checking connection right there. Got a camera here. Got a camera there. Got a camera there. Okay, this is what we're doing. So I started a live stream 3 days ago, and on the live stream, what I have been doing is just exploring what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, how much fun I wanted to have, how much fun I didn't want to have, what I wanted to talk about, what I didn't want to talk about. And we're gonna keep doing it because at the end of the day, I think there's so much there. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to share. Go, everybody can see the shirt? Okay. So much to share. And so today, though, in the middle of our conversation, in the middle of the stream, right now, we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Share, the We Have to Share Instagram, and we're live on the Joel David Barnes Instagram. Because there is a point that we just kind of stumbled across in my babbling. The stream was supposed to end a few minutes ago. And I said that this is good enough for a message of its own. So that's why we're firing up with 2 other Instagrams to capture it. Church and nightclubs are very similar audience. And I don't mean to sound sacrilegious. I don't want to sound sacrilegious. Like, I love church. I love my church. I love being part of church, being part of the community. But there's something that that you can find in church nightclubs is just the same. It is just the same. People are either beat up, all the way beat up, or they're all the way soaring, and they're everywhere in between. People are drowning their sorrows, or they're celebrating their life in both environments. And I think that this is the reason why I have been drawn to ministry with a different twist to it. This is the reason why I feel like what I want to do is something kind of in between, right? It's like because here's the thing. I've watched people walking up to a nightclub. You experience the amount of anxiety that you experience walking up to the door of a nightclub just to say, like, does he know me? Hey, you see who I am? You know, whatever it is. Like, everybody just wants to be seen. Everybody just wants to be seen. You understand? Everybody just wants to be seen. Now, there's also a lot of people that just want to, whether or not everybody wants to be seen, not everybody either can get it in that space, in either space. Not everybody has like enough fortitude or strength inside of them to surround it, to support it in that space. So I think that what happens is a lot of times you got people that are like really, really beat up that are walking into these spaces either to numb in some form or fashion, to hear something different than what they have experienced every day in their reality, to you know, in bars and restaurants and nightclubs. I think people go there sometimes to numb out, right? Whether it's with alcohol or with attention or with, and I think the same thing happens in churches. I think that in churches people will go numb out. They'll go to a place, or they'll just go to like, be like, this is the place in the world that doesn't suck. You know what I'm saying? And that's a kind of a way of numbing out. But then you've got people that are like, yo, I want to go celebrate. I want to go party. I want to go be with like all the people that are here. I want to go be seen and buy the bottles and sit at the table and do things and walk up to the door, and the doorman just automatically knows me. I want to walk up to the cafe, and the cafe person be like, hey, what's up, Joel? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the guy that buys coffee for people or whatever. Like, everybody craves that. Everybody just wants to be seen. And that's the point. Everybody just wants to be seen. Everybody just wants to be acknowledged. What, at any point, whether you're beat up or you're soaring, people just want to be seen. They want to be acknowledged. They want to feel loved. They want to feel appreciated. You know, and I think, do I think that we stumble at that? Yes. I think that everyone stumbles at that in churches and in nightclubs. I think that we all have a better capacity to really grow and develop our empathy, to be able to see people. And I think one of the biggest things that you got to do with being able to see others is to be able to see yourself. I'm looking at all the cameras. Joel, you got to be able to see yourself, bro. You got to be able to see what's broken inside of you, bro. You got to be able to see what you got to heal. You got to see, you not just that, but you got to see the things that you've healed from, so you can see the people that need to be seen. Because you're not going to be able to identify it. If you got a blindfold on your whole life, if you got a blindfold onto your own trauma, your own crap, you're not going to be able to see other people. You're going to go through life just trying to, like, you know, either you're going to try to be seen in a way that's unhealthy, or you're going to try to essentially steamroll everybody else because you're craving that attention. You're craving that affirmation. And there's so much affirmation. There's so much affirmation in your identity, that you are a person, a human being, a life form that God created himself uniquely. Like, you are special. You are unique. You already are a star. You are. In the days that I cannot get out of bed, I am a king. You understand? I told my kid that yesterday. Well, there's somebody quoted that on somebody quote. Somebody quoted that in a movie, and I looked at her. I was like, "See, you see, told you." Because I know I'm a king. Even if I'm beat up, even if I'm laid up, I know I'm a king, and you're a king, and you're a queen. You hear me? Y'all are kings and queens. You gotta act like it. The only way you can act like it if you see it. And the only way that you can actually see it and then take that power and expand it and share it. See what I did there? Only the way that you're going to be able to share anything is if your cup is actually overflowing. Is this you are filling yourself up to a point where it's spilling out of you. It's coming, it's spilling out of you. You see what I'm saying? Like that's right, Diane, you're a queen. I should have been going live on Instagram because Timo's over here. I got Diane over here. I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got people on my live stream. I got nobody, but it's okay. I barely even, someone's watching the live stream right now. And they even liked it. But man, like, you know, you gotta understand that about yourself, people. You gotta understand that this was not the point. Today we talked about a lot of other stuff. We talked about taking care of yourself. Go back and watch the live stream. Since I got a couple people on here to pay attention, I got a Discord. Discord is a gaming app platform. Okay, it is. This is not that though. This is just a platform that we're using to kind of organize some of the different topics that we talk about, give alerts. Hey, we're going live. Hey, we're doing this. Hey, we're going to serve in this community. Hey, here's some encouragement. Hey, does anybody need prayer? All that kind of stuff. Join the Discord. You can find it on share, my Facebook page, share, or search up share the live stream on YouTube. And the Discord is there. And join that community, guys. It's nothing but good news and community. I promise. It might be a little bit to figure it out, but just join it. Figure it. Let's figure it out. Yes, you got one more app to join and figure out. So what? Click the link, accept the invite, download it. It takes 5 minutes, and you'll be like, oh, here's where the topics for live stream are. Here's where the scriptures for encouragement are. Blah blah blah. So do it. Be part of the community. This is the type of conversations that I want to have. I want to make sure that more and more people have an opportunity to jump on this show or live stream or whatever it is. We've only been live streaming for an hour right now, and we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep just consistently Monday through Friday at 1:30, fumble through it. Walk in, hit go live, talk about whatever comes up, and we're going to figure it out. All right, Diane, I'm going to text you that link. But we're going to fall through and figure it out. But here's the thing. I will consistently be here Monday through Friday at 1:30 because I know that because Hannah goes into class at 1:30, right? After lunch, we have our time because normally by 1:30, I've got the pain enough under control to like be able to sit up for half hour, 45 minutes or an hour. And then I got enough space to lay down afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of something that worked out for my schedule right now. But we're going to be here. You can always watch the rebroadcast. You can always come back. You can always support. You can always be part of this community. You are welcome here. I don't care who it is that you are. I don't care what it is that you think you have like going on around you. I don't care if you think that you're the biggest sinner in the world. Guess what? I am too, damn it. I swear all the time. I want to make sure everybody understands that. I make mistakes all the time. I am imperfect. I will never be I will never be perfect. I will never be a good leader. I will be a good servant. I promise. I promise. I will be a good servant. I promise to never be a good leader. I promise to always be a good servant. I promise to think about others more than I think about myself. And I promise to think about myself more too and take care of myself more and take space when I need it and back off when I need to back off because that's something that I got to do with me doing my work. But that's it. That's all we got. This is it. Every day at 1:30. Seems like maybe I should turn on my Instagrams. Okay. Day 3. Who knew? You know what I'm saying? Like day 1 and 2, I didn't know that. But by day 3, we figured out we got to turn on a couple more Instagrams because we're on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube, and now we're on 2 different Instagram channels. And I don't know if it's choppy. If you guys can tell me if it's choppy or terrible transmission, let me know. We're gonna get better at it. We're trying to raise money for a personal, like a desktop computer, so that I can actually wire it to like the Ethernet and all that kind of stuff, and have better stream quality. We got to do that. That's part of I don't know where you can find it, but in one of the captions it kind of has some donation links or whatever it is if you want to support that, building the new streaming computer. That's what we're gonna do. Just keep showing up every day, 1:30. I'll be here, and if you miss it, catch the replay. It may not be organized. It may just me be battling. I don't know, but I'm gonna be here. I promise it. I will be here 1:30, Monday through Friday, every day. This is my job now because I don't have a job and I can't actually work because I can't sit. But this is my job. My job is to be here at 1:30 and just see what God does. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Mom's winning. I see you. Diane, I see you. We have to share. Is a little choppy. Got it. Your personal account is clear. Thank you so much for that information. I appreciate it. Personal account's clear because I turned off the internet on my phone because that's why. Let's see. Poor connection. All right, cool. So maybe tell me if it's a little bit clearer. I know we have to share channel as we sign out, but I'm going to pray for us real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this opportunity to just babble. Thank you for technology that can bring us together in a very separating time. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. Thank you for the opportunity to start something that you made wow. See, even my words are soft sometimes, that you will bless. I was going to say maybe you'll bless, but Lord, thank you for being able to be a part of something that you're going to bless because you are ordering. You're in charge. You're the boss. We're going to just show up, do what we're supposed to do, be obedient. I pray for obedience. I pray that this just reaches one person each stream. One person, God. I don't need just anything more than one person, because one person affected means that it doubled in blessing. It wasn't just pain that I went through. It wasn't just heartache I went through. It wasn't just joy that I felt. It wasn't just a thing that I did. It was something that two people did. And that's 200% return on your investment into me. And so for that, I thank you. For this opportunity, I thank you. And let it be blessed. And I pray that everyone watching and who will ever watch is a blessed human being. Thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Bye. That is it. That's it. That's all I got. Any day you want. Jump on. Okay, cool. Done. Book it. How about tomorrow? All right. Yeah, you want to jump on and talk? How about tomorrow? Guys, this is just in tomorrow. We're going to have a special guest appearance, and we're going to tell you about it tomorrow. All right. She jumped offline now. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I promise we're going to show up every single day, 1:30. Do a little bit of late lunch, streaming, sharing, talking. I can. Boom. That's it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Praying for y'all. Have a blessed day. Make sure you share. We have to share. We have to get it all out of us. So make sure you share. We have to share. It is a healthy thing to share in healthy spaces. So keep sharing, and I'll keep blabbering too. Promise. All right. Bye, guys. Well, that escalated quick. I just turned up with the Instagrams, but the live stream is still going for Facebook and YouTube for a second. That escalated quick. It's very interesting. I never even thought of any of those. Never even thought of turning on Instagram for a second or for part of it or at all. I always think that I have to have everything so figured out and I have to have it so well packaged, but that's not the truth at all. That's not the truth at all. You just got to be obedient. You just got to do whatever it is that God puts on your heart. And just to put that out there, it's not like God says, Joel, start a live stream. That's not what happens. what happens to me is that I'll be like, man, why am I so curious about live streaming? You know, like why am I so why am I so interested in this particular thing? Like, and you know what? It was me watching like gaming stuff, and I was like, I'm just fascinated by this community and about the way that there is community with people who play games. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And because I'm paying attention and I'm like, whoa, like look how cool it is for them to interact and for them to like laugh about whatever it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, and do it together. And then I started seeing that there's other people that are like cheering them on, like, yeah, you got the dub. Yeah, you killed that guy, you know, like on a video game. And then I was like, wow, like that's so rad. It's a place of connection when all I see around me is a place of like destruction and separation. And it's all around this guy playing a video game or girl playing a video game. And I'm not gonna lie, the world is a bit toxic. Gaming world is kind of toxic. You should hear some of the comms that happen after a game is over. It's like, oh, this is what the world sounds like. This is like, you know, N words and racial and slurs and it's just like, and everyone's like trying to say the worst thing at the end. It's crazy. Some of it. Parts of it are super toxic, but you know what? Parts of the world are super toxic. But what I've just been enamored by is this like connection that people have had. This like ability to tune in and be able to see the guy that you like doing the thing, or see the girl that you like playing, and then all kind of being in the same point in the same direction. Like, hey, look how cool it is. And I loved it. I love that. I love community, and I want to build a community. I'm praying that God lets me build a community. That's all I want to do is build a community. Cussing Christians. I'm not gonna call it cussing Christians. I know I'm gonna start not cussing more. I promise. But it's just so I'm not gonna call anything. We're not gonna hashtag cussing Christians. But I'm a cussing Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, God's gonna change my heart and I'm gonna stop cussing. Totally, probably. And I'm gonna keep praying. We're not gonna call ourselves cussing Christians, but the point is that like I just want to be the most imperfect batch of human beings on the planet. But that's all I got for today. That's all I got for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it was somewhat entertaining, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm less entertained. I'm less concerned about being entertained than I am just one person getting something they need out of it. That's it. So thanks for tuning in. Whoever is still on right now, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it sincerely. You guys have a blessed day. Keep sharing.